Today we are going to review the Heart-Skipping Moment Klein skill. This is an Axial Spear skill with Dark Element, and it is an amazing support skill for any Trust Element weakness enemy. We will look into the skill effect that makes this skill record special and also show some more example on how we can use this skill. First, we will look into the skill animations, which is not the fastest, but the important thing here is that it has a quick first contact that will be very handy. It has a slash destruction mark debuff skill that gives debuff that will apply 2.5 times damage on the next attack to the enemy if the enemy has a slash element type, which means weak to trust weapon. So this is just like the mark debuff but better. And it is even better because we can stack the slash destruction mark debuff and the mark debuff, making the next damage do 4.5 times damage. What you need to do to stack this debuff is to equip either the mark debuff skills or the slash destruction mark debuff skills on your switch positions and give the other one to Koharu's switch positions and use the switch skill. Because Koharu won't use your mark debuff, you will get both debuffs on the enemy for your next attack. Or if you want to use chain skill on your switch, you can use the ability skills with engrave that will apply mark debuff when we use a switch. Then you can use your main DPS skill to do massive damage. Other than that, the skill record also has a buff that will give us a stacked dark element buff that can go up to 99%. Given that this is an Axial skill, you can stack this buff quickly when in Axial mode, since you will be able to use the skill without SP and cooldown. But the best way to do it is to give this skill on Koharu's switch positions and use chain skill on your switch positions. Because Koharu will use switch skill every time we use our switch, we'll get 9 stack of the buff when we use switch during the chain mode as well, making it very quick to stack the dark element buff, while also getting the slash destruction mark debuff for our next attack. And if you read my community post a few days ago, this is how I improved my best time on Chaos Warden from 3 minutes and 35 seconds to a mere 44 seconds. So the two skills that I obtained are this Heart-Skipping Moment Klein. I also used the Strayer into Evil AG skill with the Engrave skill to make my DPS skill, which is my full burst skill, in this case, do 4.5 times damage. There are a few people who try to guess, but nobody get both correct. So congratulations who get at least one of them correct here. This skill is also a very good skill to support your party because during the Axial mode you can spam this skill, giving your party member a chance to deal 2.5 times damage. And if you have the Engrave ability skill, chain skill, and max limit break this skill, you can activate your chain using the chain counter and use your Axial to continuously spam mark and slash destruction mark debuff to the enemy. But remember, this only works on the enemy with slash elements or enemy who is weak to trust. To summarize, this Heart-Skipping Moment Klein skill is the best support skill for trust weak enemy, and this is the only skill in the game so far that has a slash destruction mark debuff. The skill being an Axial skill also make it really good party support skill as well, since we can spam the slash destruction mark debuff for our party member to use. The stack dark damage buff make it an even better support skill for trust dark weak enemies like the Chaos Warden and the floor 19 boss. That is it for the review. If you want to see my review on the Engrave skill, check out this next video here and I will see you there. Bye now.